eyes hit the cover of this book, let me tell you what went through my head. A coming-of-age novel featuring an ingenue of color somewhere in a tropic location. Let me tell you what this book is not. A novel featuring an ingenue of color somewhere in a tropic location. Well, actually... Alright, never mind. I'm reading the synopsis on the jacket, like, Then I thought to myself, I'm trying to go outside my reading spectrum, so let me grab this book and give it a read. And I was so glad I did. Who knew that a story about a stuffy British art history professor would capture my attention? Howard Belsey is our professor, and he and his family are dealing with the after effects of an affair that he's had. And while the family is trying to right themselves, each one is growing attached to some new facet of their lives, something beautiful, and they deal with the ups and downs that go with that. This book shouldn't work for me. The long paragraphs about the backstories of different paintings and the awkward attempts at communication from the main character would have been enough for me to close the book and, that be that. But Zadie Smith takes this atypical family and poetically fleshes out the drama, the laughter, and flaws in a way that makes you think, I've got to finish this. I have to see this through. There's Howard, the unapologetic liberal who's combative when conservatism seems to encroach at his job. And Kiki, who is looking for a close relationship after being betrayed by Howard, her best friend and husband. Then there's their kids. Jerome, he has this idea of family and values that changes after he stays with a close Christian family and sees how it's different from his atheist one. And then there's Zora, who is an ace in academics like her dad and champions a new student, and things don't go quite as well as she thought. And then the baby, Levi, does what we all do when we get a little knowledge and experience, try and save the world. And these are stories that are well developed and eloquent. And with that eloquence comes some pretentiousness, but there's also ingenious ways of getting details of the story out. For example, there's a flashback of a character that a character has about Howard based on looking at the features of Zora. And it is so simple, but the progression to the memory is very natural and is creative. If there's one thing not to like about this novel, it would be the backstory of Howard and Kiki's relationship. We do get the very short and poignant love for her started with him, but that does little to quell the interest of how this beautiful, vibrant woman comes to be with this ill-communicative, academically focused man. But this is a well-written story, very well developed. I highly recommend it. If you like this review, like, comment, subscribe. Bye, guys.